I start? Aren't they amazing tonight? What great stories. I have a confession. I have a disability. I'm chronologically challenged, which means I'm older than most people in the room. But the good part about that is it's been really good for experiences in my field. Now, my field is somewhat unique. I'm a professional private investigator. That's what I do. Yeah, that's exciting until you find out what I really do. And because I'm chronologically challenged, I've been doing this for a while, which means that everything I've done has not been in the age of technology. Some of it predates that. So I was given an assignment to find out if a school was maligning another school, because you're not supposed to do that. My client owned a court reporting business, and they taught court reporting. And they thought another court reporting school was saying things about them, like, they're not professional, they're not licensed, somebody's ringing bells somewhere. Okay, thank you. Kind of like Trump University. And my clients were really good people. So I thought about how I would handle it, and I thought, okay, I've got to record this so that I get on record the fact that this other school is saying bad things about my client so that a lawsuit could ensue. And I figured out how to do that. Now, this was in the 80s. So today, all I have to do is sort of put my earring in, which has the tape recorder and the camera in it. But back then, I had to put on a tape recorder. So I did what I needed to do. I took the little tape recorder, which had a 2-inch by 3-inch tape, and the box was about that big. And I used surgical tape, and I taped it to my belly, which left me with a tumor about the size of a small child. And so I went, aha, which is a technical term that investigators use. You might have heard Inspector Gadget uses it, and Sherlock Holmes uses it. So obviously it was the right thing to say, and I grabbed a pillow off the bed and a couple of my husband's belts, and I put it on. And the biggest tent dress that I owned, and I looked very pregnant. But I was very young, so it was okay. And I went to the school, parked outside, reached up under my dress, turned on the record button, and went into the school. All I wanted to do was to get them to talk. But first, they gave me a clipboard with 900 questions on it. So I filled in all the blanks with phony names, phony social security numbers, phony everything. Finally, I get an appointment with the admissions director. And I walk in, and I sit down, which is tough because I'm pregnant and I have this thing strapped to my belly. And my hormones are kicking in. I'm getting hot and flushed, and I'm getting rashy, and I'm uncomfortable, and I realize, shit, I'm allergic to surgical tape. And my body is starting to itch like crazy. So I kind of wiggle my way into my seat opposite her, and she just smiles. She must have been pregnant at one time, because I guess that's the way pregnant women kind of look when they're sitting down uncomfortably. And I kept moving in my seat, and finally I got her to talk about the other school. And oh my God, did she do a number? She was really, really saying horrible things. And just at that moment, the baby kicked and started to talk. Oh yeah, we reached the end of the tape, and all of a sudden my stomach was going click, 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 click. So I ran out really fast. I just stood up and ran out. I don't know if she thought my water broke or I was having morning sickness, but I ran to my car and reached under, turned off the tape recorder, and drove home as quickly as I could. All I wanted to do was get into a bathtub with oatmeal so that I could take this tape off of my body. Now, I get home. I have neglected to tell my mother, who was babysitting for my children, that I am pregnant. Newsflash, I look like I'm 10.5 months pregnant. I run into the house, and I have to tell you, My body was red and itchy and horrible, but the look on my mother's face made it all worthwhile. Precious. So the bottom line of the story is, I got the story that I needed. I got the information that I needed. I scared the hell out of my mom. I've never actually been pregnant, but I do have wonderful children and 24 amazing grandchildren, which is incredible. And I take credit for them even though I've never been pregnant. But if I had to be, I wouldn't do it the way I did it then. I would do it my way. Thank you.